Hello and welcome to another exciting section of cultural language adventures. Today, Lindsay and I will explore the fascinating Yoruba language and culture of Nigeria.
Yay! I'm so excited. Thank you for having
Okay,
me.
so thank you. It's nice having you here, Lindsay. So, the first thing we'll look, of course, is what is Yoruba? Yoruba is one of the Nigeria's most spoken languages. Over 20 million native speakers speak Yoruba language. Imagine that. So also have part of the Nigeria Congo. Yoruba is also part of the Niger Congo language family. So Nigeria is widely spoken in different countries. Lindsay, did you know that Yoruba is not only spoken in Nigeria, but also in countries
I
like Benin and Togo?
I was going to ask you, is it just
Okay.
Nigeria? Okay, so Benin, Togo. Okay,
Yes, it's
so a
spoken in
good
Togo.
chunk.
And yeah, recently I heard there's even part of the language spoken in America. I think there's a kind of community for that too over there. Like they have king,
Mm.
they have Yoruba king over there.
Oh, nice,
Or your
nice.
Oyotunde. I heard about Oyotunde. Okay, so have you had any experience with Yoruba speakers?
Ooh, no. Years ago, I did.
No.
I did sort of dabble a little bit. I learnt a few words, but nothing major. I don't remember much.
Okay, so now we are going to delve into the delicious aspect of Yoruba culture, and that talks about the Yoruba cuisine. Let's look at what do you think the Yoruba cuisine was going to be? Okay, it's of course rice, jollof rice, a
Mm.
beloved West African dish. Now,
Mm.
oftentimes, most people debate between which jollof rice is the best. Is it Nigeria or Senegal jollof rice? The ongoing jollof rice rivalry. Nigeria jollof rice is is of course rich in when it comes to flavor with tomatoes, onions, and spices. So, Lindsay, have you ever tried jollof rice?
I don't think I have. I should. I should
Okay,
change that.
okay. So, if you have not, I think you should, so that
Mm.
you will be the judge of this matter. If it is Nigeria jollof rice, or you'll be able to judge the matter if it is Nigeria jollof rice or Senegal jollof rice. Our audience, feel free to share your favorite jollof rice experience if you have tried jollof rice so far. Now let's explore how jollof rice became a symbol of West Africa cuisine. The popularity of jollof rice, it originated in the Senegambia region. Nigeria, jollof rice is not just came into Nigeria as a result of maybe cultural exchange. So through the trade, during the trade and the cultural exchange, that was how we adopted the jollof rice. So iconic at Nigeria's celebration and gathering. Anywhere there is any function in Nigeria, of course, jollof rice is not negotiable. If there is wedding anniversary, wedding party, birthday party, burial ceremony, talk about any event in Nigeria, of course, you'll see jollof rice. So become it has become um, one of the popular dishes in Nigeria when it comes to having party and the what have you. So,
Mm.
Lizzie, why do you think jollof rice has gained such international acclaim?
Probably because it tastes good,
Okay.
and it's quite a like popular choice of ingredients, right? So it's not like there's anything too extreme or Like, you can get, you said onion and pepper, like
and some,
these are quite easy to find vegetables. So I guess that
yeah,
helps, right?
yes, spices like,
Diaspora too.
exactly. Easy
Mm,
to make, not too difficult, especially the
that
smoked jollof
flavor.
rice. Yeah.
I
Okay,
can
so
see
our
Gregory's
audience,
asking as well. Does the word jollof mean anything?
nothing, not really. Jollof is just like the process, that it involves in preparing it. Jollof. The
Mm,
process in preparing it, jollof. Though jollof doesn't mean anything actually. It's just kind of name to food. Like it means
okay.
different rice that has different ingredients that has come into it. So, what other Nigerian dishes have you ever heard about, our viewers? Have you heard about or have you tasted any other Nigerian dishes? Maybe pounded yam or anyone that you have tried. Please let's know if you
Maybe
have tried any
the
of the okay.
I forget the name, but like a fried ball of dough.
Okay, is that puff puff
Yes.
or donut? Oh, that's great.
Puff puff.
Okay, so
Puff
if
puff.
yeah. So our audience, if you have tried any of these, if you've tried any of Nigeria delicacy, please drop it in the chat. I want to see the food you've tried before. Next, we are going to look at some Yoruba greetings and phrases, and I know you would love to know some basic Yoruba phrases.
Mm.
Yoruba greetings and salutations. So this is the English version and the Yoruba version of the same word. So in Yoruba, we
Is this
say
is this on the
bow.
slide?
Yes, can you see it? Can you see the next slide?
I can just see the first slide.
Oh, so sorry about that.
No, don't worry.
Okay. Can you see this now?
Mm-mm-mm.
All right, let me quickly check what is going on. Oh, those things I've been saying, they're on the slide.
Sorry. I was so
Sorry about
engrossed. I didn't notice.
so,
Ah, here we go. I see it now. Yes. Now
oh,
it's
I'm so
now it's
sorry
going through.
about that. Sorry about
No
that.
worries. No
Okay.
worries.
All right. So we are here right here. I
Perfect.
hope you can see that. Okay. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
all right. So we say bawoni.
Bawuni.
Bawo. Yes. That's hello. Hello.
Okay.
Bawoni.
Any time
If
of
you want to,
day, any
yeah,
person. Yeah.
any
Okay. Nice.
person, bawoni. Bawoni. But mostly, we have what we call formal language and informal language, like informal Yoruba and formal Yoruba. So of course, a young person will not
Mm.
say to the elderly person bawoni in Yoruba, in the Yoruba culture. You won't be able to say
Mm.
that to an elderly person. So it's a basic greeting for people that are in this age category, same age group, or friends. Or but when you want to talk to your, except you're just having a kind of playful situation, you won't go and say bawoni to like an elderly person in Yoruba culture. It's a
Mm.
like culture that has to do with a lot of respect for elders in terms of talking, greetings, and everything.
Okay.
Okay, so how do we say how are you in Yoruba? We say ṣé dáadáa ni, ṣé dáadáa
Shida
ni.
dani.
Yes, you're getting it perfectly. You know that before now.
Shida
So
dani.
yes, you pronounce it perfectly. I'm sure you know how to speak
Woo.
a bit of Yoruba.
I don't remember. This is
You
a good
sounded like a
refresh.
native speaker. Okay, you say eshe. Thank you. Eshe.
Eshe.
Yes, eshe.
Eshe.
Yeah, it's very important because we believe that when you appreciate someone for whatever they've done for you, it will motivate you to do more. So we use that phrase a lot in Yoruba. Eshe, eshe.
I have a question
Then we
about
have
that.
Yeah.
You see the
She.
in how are you? In how are you? The first word is like she or yeah.
Yes. Okay. So
What's
the
the
she.
difference?
I didn't get that.
Sorry, what's the difference between the first word of how are you and the second word of thank you
Okay.
with
Okay. The
pronunciation?
difference is the pronunciation is the difference. The first one is she. This one is she. She. Okay. Actually, very very similar. Okay. In terms of the intonation or the okay, let me call it tonal marker, it wasn't placed here, but it's still the same pronunciation. Yeah, it's the same pronunciation.
Mm.
She
Okay.
and she. Yes, just that the last one you lay more emphasis on the she.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. So it's the same thing, just that I did not put the tonal mark on the S under the S. So, she. Do you want to try that? She.
Eshe
Good one. Goodbye is O double. O
or
double.
dabo.
Yes. Then please, you say jaw,
Jo.
jaw, jaw. Now,
Jo.
Lindsay, yeah, jaw, yeah. How about practice some of these phrases on your own? And let's start with bawoni.
Bawoni.
Mm-hmm.
She dadani.
Wonderful.
Ishe.
E,
Ah,
yes,
Eshe
yes.
or
Say that again.
dabo.
Say that
Okay.
eshe again.
Eshe.
Eshe.
Ah, okay.
Mhm.
Eshe.
Good job. Nice one. All right.
Is Yoruba a tonal language?
Yes, it is.
I can hear the difference, especially with please, like
Yes.
jaw, jaw.
Jaw, jaw.
Mm,
All
um,
right.
yeah, and
Okay,
goodbye
our viewers.
or
Yeah,
dabo. Yeah.
yeah. That's wonderful. You said everything perfectly with the right tone. So, our
Yay.
viewers at home, please try to repeat, try to say the phrases and repeat the phrases. Yes, try to practice the phrases. Báwo ni? Báwo ni? Ṣé dáadáa ni? Ẹ ṣé. Ó dàbọ̀. Jọ̀ọ́. That's a wonderful one. You can practice it again until you get that. It's a common phrase that you can say to anyone that speaks Yoruba and is going to understand what you're saying. So it's a very good
Mm.
way to start a conversation with a speaker, any speaker of Yoruba language. Now let's explore the rich culture and tradition of the Yoruba people. Let's explore the rich culture of the Yoruba people. Okay. All right. There's a saying in Yoruba, and we Yoruba people, we believe so much in words because words are powerful. Now we believe it a lot. We know a lot of proverbs, and Yoruba will say, "Òwe lẹ́ṣin ọ̀rọ̀, ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ṣin òwe." Now what that means is that um, some words are very powerful. You cannot, when you say it, when you use a proverb to communicate the particular word, it makes it more beautiful. It makes it more
Mm.
beautiful. Yes. So I'm going to give us, we're going to talk about two Yoruba proverbs, two common Yoruba proverbs, Yoruba cultural expression, two Yoruba proverbs. The first one is Orúkọ rere sàn ju wúrà. Orúkọ rere sàn ju wúrà. And that literally means a good name is better than gold. A good name is better than gold. Do you have any expression like this in English or any language that you've listened to before?
I'm trying to think what it means. Does it mean a good name, like a surname, a family name, or your first name?
No, it actually means that integrity.
Ah,
Integrity.
okay. So not literally your name, like keeping a good name, your integrity. Okay.
Yes, because people will
Uh,
ask you in Yoruba, if anything happens, they will ask you, who is your father? What's your name? They will trace your name to where you come from. And by the time they trace your
mm,
name, they will be able to know who is your father. So that's why people believe so much in names. They believe
yeah.
Yoruba believe in giving names, not just any name. Name means a lot to Yoruba. Any name, it's any name in Yoruba has a particular meaning, like it carries a kind of huge meaning. So that's why
Mm,
Yoruba think a good name is better than good. Like you might not be
mm.
rich, but your name you must not tarnish the image of your
Not
family.
tarnish. Like
Yes.
Gregory says, a good reputation. I think
Yeah,
that covers quite
exactly.
nicely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That is it. Now
Yeah.
there's another one. There's another popular one, and I'm sure you should have something similar to that too. Bí a bá sọ òkò sọ́jà, ará ilé ẹni ní í bà. Bí a bá sọ òkò sọ́jà, ará ilé ẹni ní í bà. Okay. Now, some of this
Mm,
proverb, it's not just they are figurative words too, somehow, not just stone in the real sense. Okay, so he says, "He who throws a stone in the market will eat his relative." Now, in Yoruba, what that means is that we should be careful of our what we do because somehow it can come back to us one way or the other or affect our family or relative or someone that we know, if not to us. I think there's an expression that covers that in English. Could be is it something like karma? Love karma.
karma, yeah, it's that. There must be an expression, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But yeah, I know where you're coming from. So they're
So
quite
so this
important, these
yeah.
these sorts of
So
expressions. Yeah.
exactly. These proverbs are quite profound, right? Don't you think so? Don't you think these proverbs are quite profound?
Yeah, they're deep. And it tells you a lot as well about the values, the sort of cultural values.
Mm-hmm. To our viewers and our audience at home, if you have a similar proverb that you want to share with us, please don't hesitate to drop that in the chat. And we'd love to read your proverbs. We want to know where you're from and we would like to learn from your culture as well. So let's talk about some must visit places in Nigeria. Like if you're a traveler, some places you definitely need to visit in Nigeria when you come. Let's talk about that. And or do you have any place in mind that you would love to see? Have you been to Nigeria before, Lindsay?
I never have, but I've seen a lot of Lagos, like on the internet, on Instagram or on YouTube, sort of travel videos and things. And it looks like just excitement and busyness and so much to see, so much going on. It looks like a buzzing place.
Oh wow, that's exciting. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you had to come to Nigeria, what place do you think you would love to visit? Which part of Nigeria would you love to visit?
Well, if we're looking at this list, can I say everything?
Where?
Okay, yeah, all of them. Yes, why not?
Okay. So let me talk about some few popular places to visit in Nigeria, and we have a lot of places you can visit when you come to Nigeria. Let me just talk about some of them. Of course, you have to visit Lagos, the vibrant city life. You have to visit the vibrant city life of Lagos. You have to check out some cultural landmarks in Lagos. For example, we have the African longest forest canopy walk here in Lagos at Lekki Conservative Center. At Ibadan, we have historical sittings and rich traditions in Ibadan. You know, Ibadan is like an old city, ancient city. Then we have Olumo Rock at Abeokuta. That we have natural monuments with stunning views at Abeokuta. Then at the Oshun Oshogbo, do you know a little bit about Oshun Oshogbo? Is it part of what you've seen on the social media?
Nope, don't know.
Okay, so at Oshun Oshogbo, we have the Sacred Grove, and where that's a popular UNESCO World Heritage Site. Let me show you some pictures of some of these places. Some places. Um, Check this out.
Okay, so this is the canopy walk in
Yes, this is the
Lagos.
Canopy Walk in Lagos.
Yeah.
This is the busy street life of Lagos, busy, bustling city. Then this particular place is the Oshun Oshogbo. This is the sacred, like a kind of sacred grove. And
This
we
one
have
with the brown tree.
yes,
That looks
yes, yes.
insane. Wow.
Deep inside, there are a lot of different cultural, traditional
Mm,
heritage deep down inside
mm,
this like forest. So it's a sacred where you go. It's called a sacred place for a reason.
mm-hmm.
Then Olumo Rock is a tourist place you need to visit. On this rock, when you stay there, you'll be able to see the view, different views of different cities. It's a very, very big rock and very common and popular places. Like there's cave
Mm,
inside where you can go and check out some things. So
nice. Gregory is
okay.
asking, is the north of Nigeria particularly different to the south, or do the differences lie more between the city and country?
It is different. The northern part is
Mm,
different in terms of the culture, the food, and kind of little bit the way of life. Yes, it's different to some extent. Yes, like the food they eat, even the busy environment too, and they also have their own popular attractions over there too. They have different places like you need to visit Kano if you're coming to the northern part of Nigeria. You need to visit Kano, you need to visit Abuja, and places like that. Northern part of Nigeria
Abuja.
is equally
Yeah, I've heard
beautiful,
of
and the
that.
southern part of Nigeria is equally beautiful. The eastern part of Nigeria is beautiful, like every part of Nigeria beautiful. So for those of you who have traveled to Nigeria, can you share the favorite places you've been to in Nigeria? Can you share it with us in the chat? All right. I would love to check out some of the places you visited in Nigeria. Then equally, we have a whole lot of things in Nigeria. You can't exhaust places you can visit when you come to Nigeria. There are a lot of places to visit. Okay, finally, let's wrap up with significance of learning Yoruba. Why is it important that we learn Yoruba? Why do we need to learn the Yoruba language? Okay. Okay, so first thing is that Yoruba language is key to understanding Nigeria's culture. Not just Nigeria culture, because Nigeria, like I said earlier, I said Yoruba is one of the most widely spoken language in Nigeria. Like a lot of people can speak Yoruba. Even people that are from different other tribes, some of them can speak Yoruba language. So it's one of the most spoken language, not just in Nigeria, even in some countries, in some African countries, and even um, in some other countries. So Yoruba is key to understanding Nigeria culture. If you want to understand some things in Nigeria, you need to learn the Yoruba language. Then it also offers insight into traditions and community life. There's no way you will understand some culture, some traditions in Yoruba if you don't in Nigeria. Yes. And even in Yoruba community, if you don't understand the language, you find it difficult to understand some of these things. Then it also enhanced travel experience for people who love to connect with people, to their roots. It will help you to connect with people. It will help you to connect with nature and the rest. Lindsay, what's your take
Mhm.
on the value of learning language, a language like Yoruba, when
Oh,
visiting it?
I mean, if we're talking about travel, it's like everything you say, it's that kind of deeper connection. You know, you can go to a country like Nigeria and you can speak English and you can probably get by, but you'll feel, I just always feel better when I know that I've made an effort. And especially like to sort of use travel as a bit of an excuse to learn another language is always really fun for me, you know. Um, and I think as well, like it's just not necessarily needing a massive amount. You don't always need to go to full on high level fluency to be able to make that connection, to have that difference of that impact, which I think is really cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me share something with you. There's this
Mm.
um there's this American guy that came to Nigeria. Like, I just saw it in a video, and it was in the bus. It was in the public bus, the commercial
Right.
vehicle. And as he was there, the driver was like, oh, the conductor was like, oh, sometimes when you know some people don't understand particular languages, some people try to extort them, try to get more money from them. So the conductor was like, oh, your money is going to be like, let's say, usually people should pay $50. Then he was like, oh, your money is $100. The guy was saying, just spoke Yoruba, and the conductor was like, are you serious? So, a kind of way it makes people to also look at you in a very unique way. When you go to the market, you buy things, you don't need someone to interpret the language for you. You can negotiate with people, you
Mm.
can connect with them. And Yoruba people, they love foreigners a lot too. They embrace people. They embrace people, different part of the world, different culture, different. So when they see that you understand and you can speak their language, it makes them like you more. Makes them
Yeah,
like you.
you're
Yeah,
not just seen as another tourist. You're like,
yeah.
oh, this person made an effort. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Mhm. So they want to share with you. There's this lady, I saw one lady on documentary. Her name was Titi.
Mm.
So she went to the market and she was pricing things. Like, how much is this? Said 15 naira. No, 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 I'm going to pay 20 naira. She was just gisting with the market women. The market women were very happy. They were showing her around, telling her you have to mix this to cook this soup. She told them she wanted to try some delicacy, and they were showing her what and what to prepare together. But she came in prepared. They were like, oh, how do you learn
Mm.
Yoruba language? She said she learned before coming to Nigeria, that she paid to learn over there. And when she stepped into Nigeria, she was speaking and they were happy, very excited, and giving her things like, oh, you have to try this, you have to cook this, you have to do this. And funny enough, one of them said, oh, what's your name, Titi? I'm going to give you one of my son. Like, you must marry one of my son. My son must marry you. His name is Femi. I was like, these people are just very excited when you can speak their language. I think it's not just Nigeria, Yoruba or Nigeria thing. I think it's a general thing too. When you can express yourself, when you can communicate in someone's language,
Mm. Mm.
there's a
Mm.
connection. The connection will be there. Okay, so
Definitely.
all right. So to our viewers at home, from the little minutes we've spent together, you know that Yoruba is a beautiful language, and we have rich culture. And I can say boastfully that Yoruba has one of the best culture, like in the whole of Africa. Like, we have look at the first slide I showed you. Look at the attires. Look at how gallant the men are. When it comes to culture, tradition, I give it to Yoruba people. Don't argue with me about that. I think Yoruba has the best when it comes to culture. Like, I'm saying from what I've seen so far. And I don't know if you want to, if you think your culture is better, you go ahead and type it in the chat box and tell me what makes it unique, like that of Nigeria or Yoruba culture. So if you have not been to Nigeria before, I think this is the best time to start learning Yoruba culture, to
Mm.
start learning, maybe just like you've done. You said you've you've seen some documentaries, some videos on Instagram, and that some of the ways you can also learn more about Yoruba culture on YouTube. There are a lot of videos out there to learn about some of the Yoruba culture. So by the time you come to Nigeria, you come prepared, you come informed, and you know a lot of places you want to explore with little or no help. You'll be able to travel around
Yeah,
Nigeria. And Nigeria
ready
is
to
such
go.
yeah, Nigeria, you know that Nigeria is a safe country. Though some people say Nigeria,
Mm.
Nigeria is this. No, no, no. Nigeria is one of the safest country in the world. Yeah, so please, to our audience and our viewers at home, try to learn more about Yoruba culture. And one of these days, I want you to travel. Yeah, I want you to travel, consider traveling to some historical places in Nigeria and to explore the Yoruba culture. Thank you for having me here today. It's such a beautiful
There's
time.
a couple of questions just before we go.
Okay.
The first one is Gregory says, wonderful, thank you both. Is it hard to sound appropriately respectful when trying to use a few phrases of Yoruba?
Yes, yes. So what we have in Yoruba, we have O and E.
Mm.
Now, when you are speaking to an elderly person, an elderly person, like I said earlier, I said Yoruba language or Yoruba culture. It's a culture that shows respect a lot. When it
Mm.
comes to greeting, you cannot shake your elders. You have to kneel down if you're a girl child, or you have to prostrate if you're a male child. So it has to do with a lot about respect. So when it comes to talking to elderly person as well, you use so you won't say Oshe, you say Eshe. So anytime you have to talk
Mm.
to someone that is older than you, your elderly person, you will use the word to replace O. If the person is just a friend or someone you are older than, you say Oshe, Oshe. So anything that you have to say, you use for the elderly person. For instance, you say Káàárọ̀. Káàárọ̀ means good morning in Yoruba language. Now
Okay.
I use
Yeah.
Now, if I'm to talk to someone that I'm older than or someone that is my friend, I will use or I will just say Karo. Karo.
Mm.
I don't need to use the word there. Yeah.
Mm.
So o. So
Mm.
Osho,
Okay.
Eshe.
Thank
All
you.
right. Does that answer
Oh,
the question?
brilliant. Yes. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Mhm.
Do you have more questions?
No. Oh, there was one more.
Okay.
What difference should I be hearing with the when the O has a dot underneath?
Okay. Um, can you frame that again?
Yeah, so I think you know how some of those words there was an O on its own
Oh,
and then an O with a dot underneath. Is there a difference in pronunciation?
okay. Yeah, there's a difference, and it's a different letter in Yoruba. Like we have about three variations of Yoruba letters like that. We have S, we have letter E, and letter O. So in Yoruba we call S as
Mm.
Do you get it? Then we also have what's it called? We also have which is
With the
E,
difference.
letter E in English. We call it Yeah, we call it So when the stoner mark, the accent mark underneath, it's called
Mm.
Then the O, we have two versions of O as well. We have O.
Uh-huh.
If there's stoner mark under it, we call O. If there's a mark under, like an accent mark under the O, we call it O. And without it, we call it O, like the word Oshe. Then if it's O, I can say Oshe,
Okay. Yeah.
Oshe. Without the accent mark under it, I call it Oshe, or olu. But if the accent mark is under it, I call it
Mm.
omo, omo,
Okay,
o.
yeah, I can hear that difference. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah. Nice.
o, the same o, but
Mm.
different letters and different pronunciation.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question?
No, I think that is it. I think we've covered all the questions.
Okay. All right. Thank you. And let's look at our next section, teaser. Like we have the Kriolu of the Cape Verde. That's what we're going to be looking at in our next series. The next language in the series is Kriolu. Are you familiar with Kriolu? Kriolu.
Nope. I'm
Oh,
excited.
okay, so that's that's going to be the next language in the series. Thank you once
Nice.
again. Thank you everyone for your participation, and we hope you
Thank you.
enjoyed today's session. And we hope to see you in the next series. Thank you, Lindsay, and thank you
Thank you.
everyone. Bye.
Shay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank